Hi, guys. Happy hashtag Motivation Monday. Hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their week. I'm going to wait for some people to jump on. If you are on the replay, thank you so much for checking this out at a later time. And I wanted to talk about, I'm always big on vulnerability and just being open and honest. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jeff. And, what held me back in growing my business. And I want to ask you guys as you come on here. Hi, Doug. Hi, Tracy. That's part of where I want to get my content. Hi, Lisa, for today's video. What are some things that are holding you back still? What things have held you back, and where are you still feeling like things are holding you back? What is holding you back from really progressing forward in your business? Because there were a few things that really held me back. Hi, John. So my question to you guys today is, what is holding you back, or what has held you back? So there were a couple things that held me back. And number one was actually my own personal belief. When I stepped into network marketing, I didn't know what I was doing. And, obviously I was plugging into the tools and I was listening to the information and I was getting great information, but it was the belief that I could actually do it. Because, for a lot of us, what's up, Kev? What's up, Jace? So for anyone just jumping on, please say hi where you're coming in from. If you haven't done already, please like and love the video. Would love to hear from you guys. So what are some things that are holding you guys back? I was just kind of starting off with belief, because you're just so influenced by the people around you, your friends, your family, your coworkers, those that know you. Those are the people that are most influential when you first start this off. And for me, that is where my lack of belief was coming from, because I didn't want anyone to talk badly about what I wanted to do. I was afraid of what people were going to say about me being a professional network marketer, because there's a lot of stigmas behind it. As I thought there were stigmas behind it, but I realized there's no stigmas at all. And what I can say to you guys is that when you limit your belief in what you're doing, it paralyzes you. It stops you. And Kev says, being stuck inside my own head, sticking to the 50-hour work week and thinking that was the only way. And again, that is another form of belief. How many people can relate to Kevin? Hi, Heather. How many people can relate to just being stuck in that employee mentality? Whatever time you're putting in, whatever amount of money that someone is paying you, that's what you're going to get back. And I think that comes through for a lot of people. But for me, so, for those that are jumping on either live or later, Kim says she can relate. What are things that are holding you back in your business? What are some of those things? Kevin said the 50-hour work week. I said belief in myself, because of what others around me would think or say about what I was doing. And again, this can be applied not just to network marketing, but in any of your businesses, even your personal relationships. And Marisa said, coming to you, belief in myself is 100% my problem. I just question my capabilities and what I can actually do. Don't know my worth. And I can relate to that. My own self-worth is something that I didn't truly value until a few years ago, when I realized that life is really short and it is truly abundant for all of us if we can really feel that way and wrap our arms around the vision of what we can actually achieve. Life, the amount of abundance, the amount of opportunities that are out there are all abundant and ready for us. And Kim says, I get sick of working hard and making someone else rich. How many people can relate to that? They always say that, a job is basically you basically making money for that company. You're helping facilitate the growth of that company and not yourself, and they're going to pay you what they feel you're worth. Doug says, my depression and not believing in myself, thinking that I am not good enough, 60 plus hours work weeks are killer but safe. And again, that's a really good key right there. Doug says safe. So my question to you guys, how safe is life actually? How safe are we? What benefit, what achievements do we actually get out of life by playing it safe? You know, the mentality of playing it safe, exactly, that is a huge word. Playing it safe just gets you by. And no one should just get by. No one should just work paycheck to paycheck or paying the bills or living from mediocrity. We don't want to live from mediocre. We want to be great. And I really encourage you guys to share this on a personal page, on a team page, because there's a lot of people struggling right now on their network marketing journey because of these things, getting stuck in the 50-hour work week, self-belief, self-doubt, playing it safe. And Kevin says, man, we really aren't safe. For me, I think it's comfortable, not safe. I think safe and comfortable go along the same lines. And Kim says, very deep, playing it safe. Yeah, you know, you can't play anything safe in life. You don't know when something is going to change. You know, it could be taken from us in an instant. But again, it's something that I've spoken about before in some Facebook Lives, that when you make, thank you, Kim, when you make one small change in your daily habit, in your daily rituals, in your life, everything changes. Type Y or yes in the chat box if you guys are resonating with this. And also, type a number 1 in the chat box if you agree with me that if you change one thing in your life right now, it would change the entire scope of your life. So Y or yes in the chat box if this is making sense. And a number 1 in the chat box if you guys also agree with me and feel that if you change something in your life, that the entire scope of your life will be changed. Kevin says yes. Kim says so true. Now, let me ask you guys this. The people that are on here live, or on the replay, what is that something that you can do right now that you can change? So for me, what changed for me, what allowed me to make that change applies to health as well. Absolutely. For me, what changed with me is when I realized that I was perfectly imperfect just the way that I was, that I wasn't in competition with anyone else, that I shouldn't be comparing myself to anyone else. I was great just the way that I was. So when I got myself into that mindset, it allowed me really to believe that everything is truly possible. And that's the honest to God truth. And again, if you guys are just popping on, please feel free to share this, to like, to love, whatever you guys want to do. I want to hear from you guys. And again, this is something that Nancy and I spoke about on our Facebook Live. When I feel a certain way, I just have to pop on to do a Facebook Live, because I feel like, you know, there's certain people that are the vessels to express how we have felt and how we're feeling and moving forward in a positive direction. And we want to take as many people as we can with us, because we can get so lost in that 50-hour work week, that daily grind, that it really pulls us away from really what we want to achieve. So you have to understand, for me, lack of belief was one. Complacent, another keyword, absolutely. So for me, the other big change that I had to make was my circle of influence. Now, I consider a lot of things as a circle of influence. Your friends and family can be a circle of influence, but only if it's being utilized in the right way. If you want to create more prosperity, if you want to create more abundance, if you want to create a life and a legacy for yourself and your family, you need to align yourself with other people that are doing the same exact thing. If you are surrounding yourself with people that are just getting by, that are stuck in the 50-hour work week, that are just, you know, playing it safe and are being complacent and just getting by, you are going to naturally learn the habits and the traits from those people. Hi, Nika. Good to see you on here. And again, if you are just popping on, feel free to share this on your personal page or in a private group to help those on your team, in your business, to get unstuck, to start moving forward. So your circle of influence plays an important role. So if you then shift that and you start spending time with, or reading books by, or listening to podcasts by those that have an abundant mindset, that are prosperous, that have a conscious that is wealth abundant and driven to impact other people, you are going to naturally learn from all of those other people. So type Y or yes in the chat box if you agree that it makes much more sense to follow the lead of those that are living the abundant and prosperous lifestyle as opposed to those that are living paycheck to paycheck or just getting by. Because again, these are all aha moments for you guys, and that's not about leaving your family or friends behind. It's about who should actually be impacting you. Kevin says yes, Kim says yes. This is important because all you have to do is go onto YouTube or listen to a podcast or buy a book that is written by or is hosted by someone that really wants to be that game changer. So again, for you guys to acknowledge that something needs to change, that you need to move forward, it all starts with your self-belief. It all starts with you guys making some sort of change in what you're doing. So before we wrap up, I want you guys to type in the chat box, what is one thing that you can start today as far as a daily habit to start moving yourself forward in a positive direction? For me, it's continuing to get back into reading a couple pages of a new book every single night. So that's something that I need to get back to, reading a couple pages of a book that I'm into every single night. So what is something that you guys can do starting today to start pushing you forward with getting out of complacency, getting out of just getting by, getting out of the 50-hour work week? Hi, Justine. Thank you for coming on to the live. And again, if you're on the replay, thank you so much for joining. And again, I really encourage you guys, share this on your team pages, share this on a personal page, because again, other people need to hear this content to move them forward. But I want to know from you guys, what are some things that you guys can do right away to move yourself forward to living the best life possible? And Kevin says, eliminating distractions such as TV, video games, time-wasting activities. Absolutely. And Kim says, finding a way to expand my circle of influence. And again, Kim, that can be something like this: following people on social media, going onto YouTube and searching for an inspirational speaker, listening to those every day, getting audio books, reading some books, getting to some networking events with other people outside. That is a great way. And Kevin, obviously, you know, eliminating those things. I eliminated the distraction of the TV by canceling my cable bill, and I know you have kids like I do, and then tuning into this live every day. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And, you know, my son still watches cartoons. I just have an app on my phone. Hi, Cindy. Thank you, Kim. I really appreciate those words. And again, guys, once you recognize what your stumbling block is, what your mental block is, what your roadblock is, and you move that aside, all you can do is just prosper forward every single day and really live the best life possible. So again, for those that are just jumping on, I encourage you to go back to the beginning of this and really listen to the words of this and what I said, because once you can find out what is holding you back, you can acknowledge it, you can honor it, and you can bless and release it to move forward to truly live that best life possible. So for those that have been on here live, for those that are coming on the replay, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for contributing to this live. I love you guys so much. Continue to share and spread this word around, because again, I'm just a vessel for things that you guys are feeling, because I was there. And the only way to learn how to be successful, how to be more prosperous, how to be more abundant, is to walk in the footsteps of those that went down that path, that are heading in the direction that you want to. Enjoy the rest of your Mondays, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.